लाइट फ्लक्चुएट हुआ एकदम से, वो बंद हो गया एकदम से। नहीं, मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया, दोबारा से लाइव आ गया वो, दोबारा से आ गया है, वो स्ट्रीम आ गया है, अगेन वो स्टार्ट हो गया है लाइव, अपना आप स्टार्ट हो गया वो। डन। Sorry for this. Actually, due to power cut, we are disconnected. So again, welcome you on. So we are on silver. Silver, it made a high of 47,949, and it made a you can say a low of 33,580, and currently we are on 67,000 somewhere around, and it gave us a return of 44%. So silver is also very important because it's part of uh, industrial metal as well as precious metal. So we are very optimistic for the silver. So the reason behind this gold and silver movement was the ETF. If you check in this year, although the all the physical market were closed, so people are invested in ETF. Almost 1,000 ton gold ETF uh, invested in this year. Last year it was in 2029, it was around 646 ton. So you can say in 2009 it was 646. That was the maximum. But this year it increased almost more than 1,000 ton, because people are more investing in gold ETF, and this is also a very good factor, because people are not investing in gold in a physical form, but they are investing in a ETF, which is directly related to the investment. So if people are investing, and people are thinking that gold will return a good kind of return, so it means it's increased very good, it will give a very good support to gold and silver. So I think this is a very important factor which gold increased, price increased, and gold ETF investment were also increased. Uh, there is an important thing also that the US government bond yield, if you see from 2019, in the mid of 2019, the US bond yield were decreasing, and right now it's also continuously on a decreasing mode. It shows that it also gives a very good support to the gold and silver. Gold price is increasing because this is the one of the factors. So gold bond yield decreasing, it means they are not expecting to increase interest rate, and their federal also said that they will not increase interest rate till 2023. So it means this is also a very good factor for the US economy, because if they not increase the interest rate, so people will more invest in a safe haven asset, which is the gold. तो अगर बॉन्ड यील्ड डाउन रहता है, और अगर हम बॉन्ड यील्ड यहाँ पे अगर डाउन रहता है, तो इट मीन्स कि जो ट्रेंड है गोल्ड का वो पॉजिटिव रहेगा, बिकॉज ड्यू टू दिस दे विल नॉट इंक्रीज देयर इंटरेस्ट रेट्स, and they are also expecting some more inflations and some economic data like jobless claim and jobless data. They are not expecting so much recovery in this data. So I think this will give also a very good support for the gold and silver. Now this is the chart of crude oil. You will see crude gave a return of almost minus 21%. In this year it made a low of minus $40 per barrel, and right now it's trading around $48 per barrel. You can see a very sharp jump in the crude oil prices. The major impact was from the aviation sector. The demand of crude oil means however, we have a very good surplus in April 2020, and again we are a global crude oil production is also increasing. uh, and continuously you can see a 7.2 billion barrel of crude oil and crude oil products are currently stored onshore and floating vessels, means that only 1.7 billion barrels of onshore storage were available in March 2020. So उस टाइम क्या हुआ था कि जो क्रूड का जो प्रोडक्शन था वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा हो गया था, डिमांड बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो गई थी, जिसकी वजह से वी नोटिस दैट क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस करेक्टेड शार्पली. and below goes below minus 0 and touch minus $40 per barrel. इम्पैक्ट क्या क्या रहा जो ऑयल रिग्स काउंट है दैट इज 650 rigs in the US. But right now, the oil rigs count almost 378, 400 rigs. Rigs are which they exploring the crude oil from the earth, and due to lockdown, many refineries you can say were bankrupt, and they closed down their operations, and they also closed down the rigs activity. And due to this, we have noticed that oil rigs count crashed drastically, and it's currently trading on it is on 400, 370, 400 are left. Crude oil demand were also corrected. Earlier, we have seen that 100 million barrel per day demand was in 2020, but due to this pandemic, the demand decreased by almost 40%, and it is around 65 to 70 million barrel. So it means the demand is deteriorating. It means uh, the demand is not there. So we have noticed that crude oil prices are on lower side. But right now, after in the March in August 2020, when the industrial activity has been started and the economies are reviving from the and try to come out from this pandemic, the crude oil demands increasing from the local vehicles, local operational, and from the industry side, and yes, from few from the aviation sector. So we have seen that crude oil prices recovered from the lower levels to $48 per barrel. So the outlook of the crude oil is also very positive, because we are expecting more demand may seen in crude oil. However, in India, petrol diesel prices also increasing. But as far as concern about the global crude oil demand expected to increase in 2021, and this will impact positive for the economy. So this is the price chart of copper. You can see that 37% return gave by the copper in 2020. It made a high of 617, currently is trading around 603, 604 levels. Since the industrial activity started, so this is a main part of the industrial metal, and we have seen that it increased very sharply. Apart from that, other metals like zinc, nickel, lead, aluminum were also increased from the lowers in this year. It means the activity of from the industrial side increasing. जब भी इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटी इंक्रीज होगी तो जो भी बेस मेटल हैं उनका भाव बढ़ता हुआ दिखाई देगा, बिकॉज जब भी धीरे धीरे प्राइस बढ़ता हुआ दिखाई देगा तो इट मीन्स इट्स गिव्स अ वेरी गुड रिटर्न. सो इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट होंगी, एंड चाइना ने काफ़ी अच्छा रिकवर किया है. सो दिस इज़ द मेन प्रोडक्ट विच आर कंज्यूम्ड बाय द चाइना मेनली. China is the main consumer of the base metal. So China recovered, it means the base metal also recovered. So uh, and due to this, we have noticed that copper gave a 37% kind of return, which is the very high return since it launched on the MCX. Base metal price performance is 2020. Nickel increased by 26% on MCX. Copper increased by almost 37% on MCX. Zinc increased by 21%. Aluminum increased by 20%. Lead increased by 5%. So it means it shows that the trend of base metal are on to increasing, and this surpassed the LME prices. So it means the demand of base metal in India was also increasing because the industrial activity has been started. So we can say that the trend of base metal in 2020 expected to increase as prices are very on a higher side. We can see that demand of the base metal also increasing in 2021. Why these prices are increasing? Because China recovered in year 2020 from after the 5 and March. You can see the chart. The industrial production in China recovered very sharply as compare US and Eurozone. So it means it's a very positive for the economy because China is increasing recovered, because China is a major consumer of the industrial metal. So whenever the China increase, the base total demand of the base metal were increased, and due to this, we have seen the industrial production of the all the base metal increase sharply. You can see the chart here. You are seeing that The blue line of the shows the China, and China increased after the March, and it's an increase, or very sharply increase. You can say V-shape recovery. Another important factor is the EVs, electrical vehicles. The number of electrical vehicles, the production of electrical vehicles increased in 2019, and is also continuously increasing. So, whenever we talk about the electrical vehicles, whenever we talk about the electric vehicles, it shows that the demand of base metal is also increasing, because base metal used in electrical vehicles like lead, zinc, nickel. So this is the um, main area where the all the base metal were consumed. So if we talk about the base electrical vehicles, and all the electrical motor companies, auto companies totally focused on the electrical vehicles. So it means the demand of base metal automatically increase, because it increase the demand of the batteries. So we are expecting more positivity will come in 2021, because many auto companies are started to produce electrical vehicles. So we are expecting a positive trend may continue in the base metal in year 2021. So these are the main factor where we can see that global worries still there, because the main concern is now on a pandemic side for the vaccination demand and recovery in global economic activities, the major setback for the industrial metal. However, we are recovered a lot, but still the second strain of the coronavirus started in many countries like Europe and Germany. So this will impact the fresh lockdown, and might be there is chance that the demand of the base metal and crude oil may hamper again. But the development and distribution of the coronavirus vaccination will support the economy, and if we altogether come out with this issue and come out with this pandemic, this will totally give a very good return, and because the commodity are the direct related to the all the economy, so we will see again a very good huge momentum in volatility in commodity segment. Because whenever we saw any fresh lockdown, or whenever we saw any fresh coronavirus cases, we see fresh momentum in commodities. And whenever we see notice any development in terms of vaccination and distribution of vaccination, we'll see again a very sharp momentum in the commodity prices. So keep eyes on the commodities, because every step towards coronavirus, towards global growth will totally impact on the commodity prices. So this is a main important thing. This is the dollar index price chart. You will see dollar index prices trading on a 3 years low. It means people are now more investing in other products other than dollar, and people are more investing in gold, because dollar and gold are have a inverse relationship. People are investing in gold against the dollar on a 3 years low, and due to this IMF and um, central bank federal bank also try to say that they will not increase the interest rate, because they are not still saying that the economy will recover. So they are see the development of the coronavirus case, and coronavirus vaccination, and also development of the distribution of coronavirus vaccination. So still since the dollar index is lower, it means all emerging economic currencies will perform well. So if we check the our USD INR performance, you will see that due to this lower GDP, our rupee depreciated by 2.99% in year 2020. In year 2020, but right now we have seen that our economy on a recovery mode. So in this year we made a high of 76.96, but right now we are hovering around 73.50. It means we are recovered almost 3 rupees from the higher side. So it shows that the recovery in Indian rupee is also is there, because there are a few factors like very high forex reserves, and a very high forex reserve, and we are on surplus in current account deficit. So these are the two main factors which are very positive for the Indian rupees. And even in this year, we import a very less gold and import very less palm oil, which is the main product of the import export basket. And due to this, seeing that we are on surplus in current account deficit, so import basket are lower, and due to this, we have seen that we are able to uh, uh, sit on the surplus side. So this is the main factor, and we are expecting because हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि एडिबल ऑयल्स में हम इस बार आत्मनिर्भर बनते हुए दिखाई देंगे. तो पॉसिबिलिटी है कि एग्रीकल्चर कमोडिटी में वी आर आत्मनिर्भर एंड सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट ऑन पल्सेस, and we are trying to self dependent on edible oils also, oil seeds also. So this will give a very good uh, uh, you can sign off for our economy in terms of import of edible oils. So this is also impact on a USD INR, means on our Indian rupee. So we are expecting a appreciation in our Indian rupee in the coming time. So this is the main factor that we are seeing. We will see in 2021 that we are self-dependent on many commodities which we are currently importing, like edible oils, like some pulses, but we are now self-dependent on pulses and oil seeds. Global outlook, this is the picture of one survey where people are saying that they are most optimistic on silver, secondly on copper, and third is on gold. So as I said that people are more optimistic on silver, so this is the uh, survey of one website. So this is the main survey of the website where you can see that the silver people are more optimistic on the silver, because silver, it's a part of base metal as well as part of the precious metal. So you can say the outlook of gold and silver, if we check, then people are more optimistic on silver, secondly on copper, and third on gold, because gold is a totally part of hedge against inflation, safe haven asset against any uncertainty. So definitely copper, gold, and silver will give return into 2021. So now outlook for the year, as per the level wise, we are expecting a positive trend may continue in the gold. We are expecting a range between 1700 to 21, and on MCX we are expecting a 42,000 to 60,000. Trend is positive, so we are try to buy gold on a lower levels. In silver, similarly, our trend is up, and we are expecting a positive trend may continue in the silver, and we are expecting a 70,000 to 75,000 levels in year 2021. So buy on a dip in gold and silver. Crude oil wise, the trend of crude oil is positive, so we are expecting a range between $28 to $60. So on MCX we are expecting a 2,000 to 4,500. Natural gas trend sideways to down, because the warm weather conditions are still in US, so this will impact the natural gas demand. Yesterday we have noticed that it corrected by almost 10%. So the trend of natural gas is sideways, and we are expecting a negative trend may continue in the natural gas. So the range between 130 to 250. So here the chance of selling, so trader can go for short in natural gas for and we are expecting a negative trend in 2021. Trend of base metal are positive. We are expecting a positive trend in 2021 for the all the base metal like copper, nickel, zinc. The range of copper is 450 to 700. For the nickel, the range is 1000 to 1600, and for the zinc, the range is 150 to 300. The trend of base metal are positive, so trader can go for buy in copper, nickel, and zinc for year 2021. In USD INR, we are expecting a appreciation, and it may test 72, 71 levels. So trader can go for short in dollar, means towards appreciation of Indian rupee. So we are expecting a appreciation in USD INR. Now let's talk about the agriculture commodity. NCDX soya bean. If we check the price performance, soya bean is the main product of the edible oils. Uh, oilseeds product. So soybean in last 1 week give a 1.56% positive return. In year only it gives a 1.19%, but in last 3 years it gave a 43%. So सोयाबीन अगर हम देखें तो 43% का रिटर्न दिया है। यहाँ पर जो ट्रेंड है वो पॉजिटिव लगता है, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से डिमांड बढ़ी है, और अर्जेंटीना की अगर बात करें तो वहाँ पे जिस तरीके से वेदर ख़राब होता हुआ दिखाई दिया है, तो उससे काफ़ी अच्छी डिमांड जो है वो निकल कर आ सकती है। तो वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग अ पॉजिटिव ट्रेंड इन ऑयल सीड्स, majorly in soybean and refined soya. The range between the range for the soybean would be 1300 to 5200, and the range for the refined soya would be 900 to 1300. So we are expecting a positive trend may continue in year 2021 for soybean and refined soya. In agriculture, again the mustard and crude palm oil. Mustard trend is also positive. However, we'll see a new crop arrival in the month of January and February. So might be there some correction in mustard seed, but we'll find out the level to buy, because the trend of mustard is a positive, because it's the main product which used majorly in the lockdown, because we were not able to import palm oil in 2020, and people are more dependent on mustard oil. This will impact in demand of the mustard, and we'll see a very huge demand of the mustard seed. And this year, in the terms of production, we are able to produce 1 million ton more mustard seed. So this will impact also on mustard seed, mustard oil. The trend of mustard is positive, so might be in the starting of the 2021 there might be some correction due to the new crop arrival. But after that हम देखेंगे कि मस्टर्ड के अंदर हम अगेन लोअर लेवल से खरीदारी लौटते हुए देखेंगे, तो वहाँ पे खरीदारी का मौका हम देख सकते हैं। बट स्टार्टिंग में अगर हमें देखना है तो वी कैन गो फॉर शॉर्ट, और वी एक्सपेक्टिंग सम करेक्शन इन मस्टर्ड इन द फर्स्ट क्वार्टर ऑफ 2021. Similarly, in CPO, we are expecting a range bound movement in sideways to uptrend, because the trend of crude palm oil is very positive, because we were not able to import CPO palm oil from the Malaysia and Indonesia due to this lockdown. But the availability of CPO is also lower in India, so might be this will support to the CPO, but the demand will diversify from CPO to other edible oils. So might be there's some range bound kind of movement, but the trend of positive, as this will blend in mustard oil. So I think this the demand may also supportive for the CPO. So the trend of the CPO is also positive. So trader can go for buy and take a view for the buy side. Now the chana is a very important product for the pulses side. In this year, we will see um, a very good increase in acreage in the chana, and also we'll see a very high production in the pulses side. And due to this, we have noticed that from last month it gave a negative return. In 1 year, it also not give a very good return, only 0.13% positive return. But in 1 month, it decreased by 0.10%, and in 1 week it almost decreased by the -4%. So it means the trend of pulses are negative for the year 2021, because huge production increase in acreage will put pressure on the pulses. So we are expecting a negative trend, or prices may decrease and prices may correct in 2021. Similarly, guar seed also expecting a negative trend in 2021, on because it's a very good production. Uh, Carryover production is carryover quantity is very high, and there is no such demand. So we are expecting a negative trend may be seen in guar seed contract. The range of the guar seed would be 1300 to 5000. So try to sell or take a call for the negative side. Jeera and turmeric, these are the spices, and in this year we have seen again a very good production and sowing activity in jeera and turmeric. uh, However, if we see from last 3 years, both the commodities gave a negative return. Jeera gave a 28% return negative, Jeera gave a 47% negative. But due to this lower level, we are expecting after this lockdown opening, and in activity increased activity in the industrial production, and increased demand from the for the export side. We are expecting export demand may come in a spice sector. However, this year we export very less, but we are expecting in 2021 we'll try to export more. so 2021 में लगता है कि मसालों का जो एक्सपोर्ट होगा वो काफ़ी हो सकता है, बिकॉज it's used in the medicine and it's used for the immunity booster. So I think जब भी एक्सपोर्ट ओपन होता है और धीरे धीरे हम स्पाइसेस में एक बाउंस बैक आते हुए देखेंगे, तो क्योंकि प्राइसेस काफ़ी लोअर लेवल्स पर हैं और फंडामेंटल भी थोड़ा सपोर्टिव है, और अगर हम देखें तो जिस तरीके से एक्सपोर्ट कम हुआ है पिछले सालों में, बट इस साल हमें लगता है कि एक्सपोर्ट बढ़ सकता है और यहाँ पे अच्छा सपोर्ट देखने को मिल सकता है। तो वी आर रिकमेंडिंग कि वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग अ पॉजिटिव ट्रेंड may be seen in 2021. So we are expecting a positive trend may be seen in turmeric and jeera. Cotton and cotton seed oil cake. Since the China is China is importing a lot, and the China demand of the cotton for the export from the CCI is also increasing. So this will impact a positive for the cotton seed, cotton, as this is a part of industrial production, industrial crop. So we are expecting a positive trend may be seen in 2021. And cotton seed oil cake, this is a khal, you can say a cotton cooked akal, and this is also a very positive because the cattle field demand may be increased in 2021, because this is a product which also very good for the animals feed. So I think this the demand of the cooked will also increase. So the trend of the cooked also positive. So trader can go for a trade and investor can go for trade accordingly. And I think the range of the cooked would be 1400 to 2700, and the cotton trend is up. The range between 18,000 to 22,000. Our outlook on these commodities are positive. So the I would like to add this one eye on the major indexes, global indexes. Nasdaq closed 42% higher, KOSPI increased by 24%, ICX 19%, S&P also increased, Nifty also increased by 10 to 11%. You can say if all the major indexes are increasing, it means that industrial activity may be resumed in 2021. It means if the major global indexes are rising, it means the trend of global growth are on page, and we will see a very good sharp recovery in commodity perspective, industrial commodities, and the base metal, and in the crude oil and all the agriculture commodity, because these are the consumed by the companies, and these indexes, and we will see a very sharp recovery and sharp momentum in agriculture commodities and as well as the industrial commodities. One view on FDI inflow in India, the FDI inflow is increasing day by day. And if we check from 2000 to 2020, almost you can say very sharp recovery in FDI inflow in India. From last 3 to 4 years continuously, we are on a positive side. FDI inflow is increasing on a yearly basis. So this will support that. This will indicate that our economy is rising and people are looking towards our economy because FDI inflows is increasing. You can see the table. The FDI where they are investing a lot, you can see the sector. Service sector, computer software, telecommunication, trading, construction development, automobile industry, chemical, construction, drugs, hotel, power, metallurgical industries, food processing, non-conventional energy, information broadcasting, electrical equipments, petroleum, natural gas, hospital, diagnostic centers, consultancy, and industrial. So these are the top 20 sector where FDI invested a lot. So you can see that these are the sector where the only commodity has been consumed, like drugs commodity used, chemical commodity used, automobile metals are used, food processing agriculture commodity may use. So these are the sector where the only commodity only the commodity may be consumed. So we are seeing a very good momentum in agricultural commodity, in industrial commodity, in base metal, in the gold and silver in 2021. So you can say that if FDI investing in this sector, it means they are looking eyes for to consume the commodities. So by the view of FDI also, we can taking a positive cues that uh, whenever they investing in this sector, the demand of the commodity may be increased. So I think this shows that the demand of agriculture commodity, the demand of the industrial commodity, industrial metal, the demand of the energy segment, energy commodity may be increased in 2021. So this is the very right time, because we are seeing a very sharp appreciation. We are expecting a sharp appreciation in the commodity prices, and in commodity trading, and as well as people may trade in commodity, people may invest in commodity. So the investment part for the commodity is very optimistic. So trader can investor can uh, choose this product for investment as well as for the trading perspective. So thank you. This is from my side. The stocks market is a device from transferring money from the impatience to the patience. So be patient in the market, because market may test the patience, but uh, if you have patience, then definitely you will make money. And we have noticed in year 2020 that after the making of 4 years low, index recovered, gold recovered, all the base metal will recovered on trading on a same page. So any query, please ask your queries if you have any query. Our view on gold are positive. We are expecting a positive trend may continue. As I said that commodity gold, we are expecting a positive. So we are expecting 60,000, 65,000 kind of level in year 2021. Any query, please? View for crude oil is also positive, because we're expecting increase in demand. So the trend of crude oil, we are expecting a positive. So trader can go for buy in crude oil, and we're expecting a range between $20 to $60, and very soon it may test $50 to $60. So we are very optimistic on the crude oil side for year 2021. 2021 में हम देखेंगे कि काफ़ी ज़्यादा मोमेंटम विल सी इन कमोडिटी प्राइसेस बिकॉज इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी and industrial activity. So we'll see a very high volatility in the commodity segment. So traders can go for means who are trading in commodity, who are investing in commodity, who are directly produce the commodity, who are directly import export the commodity. So taking view on the basis of this coronavirus pandemic, and also taking views on the based of import exports, and also taking cues from industrial activity. So these are the very important factor while taking any decision, while doing any production, any export or any business in commodity, because it's directly related to the economic performance and industrial activity. Any query? Please ask your query. For USD INR, as I said that we are expecting appreciation means towards 72 71 as dollar index on 3 years low. So this will provide very good support to the emerging economic currencies. So since India is an emerging economy, so we are expecting appreciation in USD INR at least toward 72 to 71 kind of levels. So I think trader can means you can take EQ as like as towards appreciation. We expecting a 72 and 71 kind of levels in USD INR in year 2021. Thank you very much, sir, for the query. Any more query, please? So thank you very much to joining us on this platform. So I wish you all a very happy new year and very prosperous new year, and a wealthy and healthy new year 2021. Thank you very much. Thank you, yes. Thanks.